Yeah.
See you.
Oh. So it's not. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, we are rolling.
Yeah. What a scary movie. So how scary was it shooting all that?
It was
Scary.
it was terrifying. It was terrifying for other reasons than than you would think.
Did you have some examples?
Well, I was just. I thought it was a very daunting task, to play this character, and I was terrified and worried about if I could access this character. I also felt that, for me, with working in the same movie as well. We never had a scene together, really. But
That's true.
But the cast itself and Robert's, I felt that this is filmmaking at its highest, and it brings out the ambition in you to work at your highest level. I'll tell you some scary stories about the set, if you will. There's a. I know that this is kind of great. So there's when I'm in the coffin scene,
yes.
And I'm in I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I'm in a coffin, and there's rats and real maggots, and I also have contact lenses, so I'm blind. So I'm in an actual coffin with real rats running around, and then they open the coffin and the rats kind of scatter, and then also real maggots. You're very committed when you're doing it, and you're full process. You're like, okay, I wasn't scared about doing this thing, but and then I'm in this coffin, and I'm also blind, and you just hear the rats kind of scatter around, and all I'm doing is like, okay, what's my face for when the coffin opens,
yes.
Right? So I was I was exploring faces with Robert. Okay, the dead scary face. And then there's one take where a rat runs up and it's sitting on the top of my forehead, and I'm like, this is not, it feels like it's gonna start nibbling on my nose or something. And then I'm like, okay, and I hear the countdown to when it's about to open, right? So I'm like, yeah, and then whatever the face I have when it opens, I have to stick with it because I can't change the face. So the coffin opens and it's just me going. This is a terrified warlock take.
Amazing.
And I froze in the terrified face. Yeah. It's not in the movie, but I've actually seen the face.
Thank you so much for sharing that, because this is an amazing story, because I would go crazy when I would laying in this coffin with real rats. So how did you survive it?
No, it was fine. Again, I wasn't scared because Orlok wasn't scared. But in that very moment, I was. It looks like he's constipated, which he might be. I don't know.
Hasn't eaten in a while.
Did you have any equal stories to share?
No, but
Yeah,
I had
stories.
rat stories. We had to walk through a sea of rats, but I like animals. So it wasn't really a problem for me. The only thing was I was worried about stepping on them. Because you couldn't walk like, excuse me.
Yeah.
You're barreling through this sea of, I think we had thousands of rats.
Yeah, and it's different because they're tame, right? They're pet rats. Well, I think so. Like if you see a rat in New York, you're like, that's nasty.
Yeah, stay away from
Yeah. But these rats were cleaned and groomed and professionals.
Great, amazing. Did you have time for one more question, or is it over?
Very short.
Okay, very short question. What did you think? Why are so many people attracted to this vampire genre? Because it goes on and on and on. This is a new vampire movie. What would you say? Why is it so attractive, this all-around secrecy about vampires?
Lots of reasons. I think, just the idea of the undead visiting the living is something, and it's about the people's imagination about what happens after death, and you always hear stories about people being reanimated or redug up. It's in our imagination, and then of course there's all these themes with the obsession, sex, romance. There's many things that can be weaved into this kind of curiosity about something that we don't scientifically really know completely about. So I think it's very rich material.
Thank you so much for taking the time. See you at the red carpet. And let me say well done.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You can. You may.
Fantastic movie, and I'm still scared. And you did a very great job as well.
Thank you so much.